Welcome back to Matthew's Mini Bible Study, episode 5. Today we are going to be going over Matthew 16, verse 26. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return for his soul? Now, just to translate what I think this means, I think that gaining the world basically means having any material possession that you want. And forfeiting your soul could be seen as forfeiting your soul to Satan and giving up your soul from God's will. So if we believe that the Bible is actually true, then what value are material things in the perspective of eternity? I mean, everything that we have been given is rented anyway. There's no guarantee that you're going to have any of your material possessions, whether that's the physical things that you have, like a car, a job, education, even your friends and your family members. You are not guaranteed any of those things, and God has allowed you to have them. And so the only actual eternal rock-solid foundation that you can find in this existence is God. And so it's important that we prioritize putting our soul in God's hands and not in Satan's. So let's say that we don't prioritize putting our soul in God's hands and we do run off and we go chase shiny objects, whether that be cars or women or big house or a crazy job or just like an insane status, so that when you walk in a room, people are just like, dang, he's the man. Now, just for fun, maybe imagine that you had all of those things, whatever they might be, but the material desires that might be on your mind right now. And then imagine that a whole year goes by. Fine, maybe make it a whole 5 years go by. You're gonna get used to it. It's going to have shifted into your new normal and your new perspective. And it might be hard to imagine right now, but those material things will not be able to satisfy you forever. So if you were to get everything you ever wanted materially, like what's next? Do you think you're really going to be happy? It's crazy to me how it doesn't matter if you're like incredibly poor or you're incredibly rich. You have poor people that are really happy and depressed, and you have rich people that are really happy and depressed. And the beautiful thing about this verse is that it doesn't say that it's either material things or your soul. It just means you prioritize your soul and where your soul is first. You don't chase the material things. It never says that you will not be given them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, but seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added to you. Basically saying that if you seek God first as your number one priority, he will take care of you, and there's no need to worry. And behind that, there is a lot of trust. You have to remember what is important and follow the path that God has laid ahead of you. Don't go running off chasing all these crazy shiny objects that you see on the side, but instead follow the path that God has laid ahead of you and trust that he will give you the material things that he wants to give you. And they will be good. They will be what you need. And appreciate them. All right, quick recap. Do not sacrifice your dignity and integrity and the position of your soul for the things of this world. Because ultimately, where your soul is and what foundation that's laid on is the only thing that can be eternal. And it's not a discussion of either you have your soul or you have material possessions. I would more see it as giving your trust to God and putting your soul and your faith in God rather than in yourself to get those possessions and material things. Because this will never satisfy, but having your soul in the right place is eternal and is the only true solid rock / foundation that we can find. Also, Toby Mac has a really good song called Lose My Soul, and I would highly recommend checking that out. It's a pretty good jam. And I think with that, guys, just keep your eyes fixed on God and follow that path that he has laid in front of you. Don't go off chasing those shiny objects that look tempting. Just trust that he knows what's best for you along the path that's in front of you. All right, thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace.